you do that?
Learn, dive, inspire.
Hello, world! Hi, everyone! Tonight is all about how to learn something new, thrive in a digital world, and ultimately inspire others by building something of your own. Hello,
Yes.
everyone. My name is Emily, originally from the Philippines. I'm a happy wife. I'm a proud mom of one and a special ed teacher by profession.
And my name is Mike, originally from Manchester, England. And we both now reside here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we are traditional business owners, but extremely proud online business owners.
Yes, we just had a go live with Coach Hong a few minutes ago. She invited us to be in her platform, and we are back in our platform
On schedule. Yeah,
on
look at that.
schedule. Yeah, 8:30 in the evening. So grab your glass of wine, a cup of coffee, or just water.
All of them.
Or all of the above. So today's topic is something that I think almost everyone can relate to. Why do so many people give up too soon? Not just in business,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, not just in making money, but in fitness, marriage, learning a new skill, starting a business. There's saving money. There's all kinds of things that you can, or even chasing a dream. I believe the bigger difference between people who eventually succeed are those who don't, excuse me, who don't, what's the word I'm looking for there? Who doesn't do talent.
What kind of English
What kind of English is that? Yeah. So no, I think what it is it's simply that one group is kept going a little longer. So today, let's talk about why people quit too early and what we can all do differently to maybe change that.
Yes, like you said a few minutes ago, there's so many people that are quitting too soon. Whether it's going to school, some people never succeed in school because when they get difficult assignments or difficult projects, for example, they quit. Like in the gym, for example, going to the gym, like New Year's resolution, everyone including myself, I will have a New Year resolution to lose weight, and guess what, I lose 2 pounds and then fall
Off the wagon.
Fall off the wagon, and then gain 5 pounds back now.
And I'm sure January is probably the biggest month for gym memberships.
Yes,
because everybody's joining and they're going, okay, I'm going to stick with it, and they last a few weeks and that's it.
Okay, so let's talk a few points why we think that a lot of people are quitting too soon. So I believe the very first one is to expect results too fast. Because going to the gym is not easy. I mean, it's enjoyable if you get into the habit, but we have a gym downstairs and now it's collecting.
Now it's a museum.
It's
It's a museum.
collecting
Yes,
dust.
it's a dust collector back there. Now you go in and there's cobwebs hanging down, and you get, oh, look at that, there's machines and stuff.
Yeah, but then when we had first set it up, like almost every day I'm downstairs doing my exercise. But
But definitely, I definitely agree. Expecting results too fast. It's like if you're trying to save, even, for example. You put a couple of dollars in the bank and a couple of dollars, and you think, oh man, this is getting nowhere. And you think you put a couple of dollars in, you think there's going to be $100,000 the next week. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, so nowadays we live in a world of instant everything, instant food or instant noodles.
Instant coffee.
Who can relate? Instant delivery. Like you just do Uber or whatever food delivery there is. Yes, instant entertainment. So naturally, we expect instant success too,
Mhm.
but almost everything worthwhile takes time. Let's go back to the gym. If like you constantly go to the gym, even if it's like 3 minutes, I'm talking about myself, but up to now I'm still not. Yeah, because I'm not consistent doing the exercise. Like I said, I'll be hype doing the how do you call it, the exercise, or even eating, like, oh, I'm going to eat
Healthy.
healthy foods, and then I will see a bag of chips, and guess what, oh, just a little bit. So I would count the number of chips, but later on, oh, I want some more. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
And that's kind of like I played the drums, so I'm not real good at double stroke stuff around the kit. And I think, oh, I'm going to learn that. I'm going to practice, and I practice for 2 minutes, and I'm bored, and I do something else because I don't. And obviously, I'm not getting the results because I'm
mhm.
not consistent in doing it.
Yeah, but if we just change our mindset and think that everything that is worthwhile takes time, then we gonna see the results. And I know that because a while ago I was running. I was a runner, but only the I would join races, but only races that will give medals to all finishers.
That's right.
Because it motivates me to get that medal at the end of the race. So I have a few medals in the basement, but now um you wouldn't think that I used to be a runner because of my 8 packs, a different way. So think about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
think about it. Yeah, a tree doesn't grow overnight, does it?
Yeah.
And a child doesn't learn to walk in one day. A doctor isn't created in 6 months. Look how
Yeah.
long they go. I don't know how many years they go to school.
Yeah.
But yeah, when people start something new, after a week, they're saying, well, this isn't working, or maybe this isn't for me, or maybe the roots are simply growing underneath while nobody can really see them. Sometimes progress is invisible before it becomes visible.
Yes.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
They're invisible before they become invisible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's so many things like that, because let's take a look at this online business, for example. There's so many people who started the online business, but like the instant noodles, they expect to have results overnight. But some people, they don't realize that
You're planting seeds
you're
as you
planting seeds. Yeah, and then you just don't know that uh showing up every day, talking to people, and posting every single day, you just don't know that those little actions.
nice leaves on it and everything.
Yes.
So the point being, we could have just pulled that up and throw it away. It's no good. It's dead. But we just left it, and now it's we
Yeah,
give it a little water once in a while, and now it's
yeah, I
flourishing.
specifically
Tunnel, and you've got right to it, and you think, no, nothing's going to happen. I'm done. But if you'd have just give it a few more,
Mhm.
you'd have broke through.
Yes, that's right. So point 2 is we compare our chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Like when you, for example, when you see someone who is really successful in life. I don't know how you define success, but let's say a business, or let's say really successful in anything that you do. If you compare yourself to someone who is already successful, and you're not seeing results because you're still developing, you're still growing, then definitely you get frustrated, and guess what, you're gonna quit. And social media makes it easy. Why? because we see people traveling, buying houses, driving nice cars, or speaking confidently, building successful businesses, like we said, but we often don't see are the years of rejection. Before we get to where we are right now, I have so many failures, I have so many
Both of you.
rejections. We did together so many mistakes in the past. We started so many different businesses in the past, and it came with
Yeah,
a
businesses.
lot of failures.
Yeah,
Yeah, we failed.
businesses that we thought, oh, this is a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And people would say, oh, yeah, this guy's doing really well. He just started last week or whatever, doing
Mhm.
something else. Well, if he can do it, we can do it.
Yes.
And off you go. And then you don't get the same results. And it's like, oh, gee, what
Yeah.
have we done?
So if you see us traveling, if you see us buying properties, for example, or starting a traditional business, we were not in that situation years ago. Especially me, if you see for example, some people, they see the picture of our house and they said, oh my god, you have a very nice house, and I'm thankful for that. But long time ago, I remember I was living in an apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and I was nannying during that time, and I would go to the house of these kids that I was taking care of, and their houses are really, really big. And I was just walking in the neighborhood, and under my breath I said, one day I would like to have a house like this. During that time, to those of you who are listening right now, during that time I did not know how, because I was making $14 an hour, and how in the world I am able to afford that kind of house. But that was years ago, and then looking back now, but I stayed consistent. I work hard. Like many of you already heard my story that I worked 2 to 3 jobs. I had maybe 5 hours of sleep every night. My face was uh, so many pimples because I was so stressed out and can't afford to pay the dermatologist. One of my students would say that I need to see a doctor because those pimples make me ugly. Yeah. But so I've been in the situation wherein doesn't mean that we are bragging. For me now, looking back, those posts means that I am so thankful that I'm able to get through those hardships, and then
Everyone starts somewhere.
Mhm.
Even people who you admire today we're the beginners once, but don't compare.
Today we were beginners once, or we were beginners once.
Yeah, we were beginners once. Yeah, getting my tongue twisted here. So don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle
Yes.
in their journey, because it's you don't see. I was saying about the coffee shop. There were so many times there. Look at all the work that was put into that. We documented it. Yeah, we took pictures and all that, but you don't talk about the struggles that we had to get to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. And then another one is we focus too much on the destination. So many people only celebrate the finish line. Like I think it ties to what Mike was saying, that people don't really show the process or the steps that they took, or we took, most of people took to get to the finish line. And also, long time ago, social media is not as popular as now. So before, when they struggle, of course there's no social media. Now they have this all the success, and then they are able to post the success that they are enjoying.
yeah, because you could. Let me just give an example there as well. It's like if you when people ask people how did they get that, what's their journey,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's this business or whether you're a musician or whether you're successful in a company, they kind of skip over things. It's like, oh well, yeah, I was playing in this studio and somebody said, hey, such a person's looking for a drummer, and that person got him the audition and away he went and now he's super successful. Or
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, I was working for this guy and I thought, yeah, I could do this, and I opened up my own business. They don't tell you all the in-between things,
Yes.
you know. So it can be tough sometimes. You can be saying, oh, I'll be happy when this happens, or I'll
Mm-hmm.
celebrate when this happens, or
Mm-hmm.
I'll enjoy life when whatever.
Yeah.
But what if the real reward is becoming the person capable of reaching that destination? Growth happens during the journey. I'm sure we've all, what's that saying? It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily getting to the top, it's the journey that you go through. And, you know, some people say, I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, but that's life. That's with everything. You've got to go through that journey. Confidence comes from doing difficult things. Yeah, patience develops through waiting. And then, of course, discipline develops through consistency.
Yes, the destination definitely is wonderful, but the person you become along the way is even more valuable. Like through our journey, especially here in this online business, it teaches us so many things, and it develops and change so many things in our life, especially to me. So I have definitely personal growth is a big thing for me, like the change of my mindset, like being more grateful in everything that we have, and the value of friendships that we develop in this online business. Those are the things that money can't buy. And of course, money is what really get us started in, or me getting started in this online business, because when you say business, naturally what comes in your mind, making money, right? But along the journey for more than 2 years that we've been in this business, I can say that it's not all about money anymore. Yeah, and then the point four that I would like to point about this topic: why do so many people uh, give in or give up too soon? Is the fear disguises itself as logic. Sometimes people say it's just not the right time. How many people's there's so many people who told me that, oh, I'm too busy, maybe when my kids graduate, maybe when I'm not too busy, maybe when I have a lot of time, or maybe next year. I'll wait until things settle down. Sometimes those reasons are really valid, don't get me wrong, because there are so many opportunities in that I came across, that I said the same thing. So those actually reasons are very valid, but many times fear is simply wearing a different outfit. You may be um, there may be fear of failure, fear of judgment. That's definitely one of the biggest thing, not only uh, to so many online business owners, because we are using the social media platform and talking like this. You don't have to do this if you don't want to be in front of the camera, because you can run this business without being in front of the camera. However, this is what we chose. And a lot of people would say, oh, I don't want to do what you are doing because I don't want people to tell me that I look ridiculous or I look crazy. Some people, because they work so hard in their life, especially the immigrants, they are telling you that, oh, that may be a scam, I may be wasting my money, you know.
Yeah, in fact, there was somebody, and when you take a deep dive and look into this business, you'll hear some of the stories that
Mm-hmm.
people have gone through to get success in this business. And there was somebody just recently, a husband didn't want anything to do with it. A mother did. In fact, a mother actually called the person,
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law called up the person she was speaking to and said, "Don't talk to my daughter no more about this online business."
Yes.
But now she kind of just went ahead and did everything she could on the down low, without them knowing. And she's become super successful. So guess what now?
For less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years. Now her husband's on board with it. Her mother-in-law's on board with it. They're all on board with it. So the amount of negativity she must have had surrounded her, but she still went ahead and did it, found a way of doing it. I don't know what she did, but she found a way. And
Yeah, because sometimes when there is an inner voice telling you that this is something, not necessarily the business, but whatever it is, that sometimes you hear an inner voice and telling you that do this, and you follow it. Me personally, I always believe that when you hear an inner voice, or when you hear a voice within you, I really believe that it's divine intervention. I really believe that God is the one who is telling me to do things. So, but other than that, the funny thing is most successful people were scared too. They simply chose not to let fear make every decision. Because, for example, this is very specific example. When I started this online business and I shared it to Mike, Mike was very skeptical. He did not want to do this. And then he was like, if it was me, I'm not going to do this. But uh, I did not listen because, first of all, I was the one who saw the business. I was the one who saw the potential, and I was the one who saw what could this business do for our future. So even if Mike was super skeptical at that time, I did not get on board in his skepticism.
yeah, and you're going to hear that. Some people, not everybody's going to support
Yeah.
what your dreams are, and that's okay. But don't let them also sway you to throw away your dreams neither.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just go with what you feel is right for you.
Mm-hmm.
So point number 5 would be success usually happens right after most people quit. Yeah, imagine digging for that gold, what I was talking about before. You're so close to it. You dig and you dig, nothing. Another foot, nothing. Another foot, nothing. And still another foot and nothing. Many people stop digging just before they reach it. Life often works in the same way. So maybe many breakthroughs happen after months or years of consistency. Just keep going, keep digging, digging, because you never know. You might be an inch away from it and you just say, I'm done.
Yeah, so not because life is unfair, because that's exactly my word too. Sometimes it's not fair. I'm working so hard. How come this person is doing much more better? How come this person is making a lot more and I'm working so hard, Because persistence eliminates competition. Most people don't fail, because they're incapable. They fail because they stop.
Yeah, you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Just as I say, keep going, and again, it's not like you've got to do 8 hours, 10 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was a half an hour every day, but just do half an hour every day.
Mm-hmm.
And be consistent with that. But this reminds of us of our own journey.
Yeah.
We didn't wake up one morning knowing exactly what to do. We had jobs in the business, of course, a coffee shop. We had doing the coffee shop and working long hours, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, staying up till 11, 12 o'clock at night with baking and getting everything prepared, dealing with staff not showing up, calling you maybe at 11 or 10 o'clock at night saying, no, I'm not going to come in tomorrow. Oh, gee, I had plans. Now I got okay. all kinds of headaches. You know, who wants all that?
Yeah. So instead of looking,
I mean, who'd have thought that like 12 months ago?
yes, we will be
Um,
talking to hundreds, if not thousands of people.
Yeah, so, and telling them, you know, what we've learned and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, and then like I said a few minutes ago before this go live, we were invited as well by Coach Hong from North Carolina,
Mhm.
yeah, to speak in her platform. So
yeah, I mean, so this is all stuff that we would have never dreamt of doing. So just and to share,
business more than 2 years ago.
yeah, you can always keep putting it off, but one day you need to just take action and take that first step, as we did 2 years plus ago.
Yeah,
So-
so share us your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have been curious about how Mike and I created another path alongside our jobs and businesses, we'd be happy to share what we've learned. And also, just know that we are here to help you every step of the way. We are here to answer all your questions. We're not gonna charge you a dime when you when you ask questions.
Yeah, and that's another great thing as well. You might be saying, well, I don't really know anything about online business. Well, that's great. Neither did we.
Mm-hmm.
The great thing about this opportunity is that you have all the support, your global support.
Mm-hmm.
So there's obviously us here to help you. You've got step-by-step training. Everything's set up for you. So you're not having to try and figure out, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? You don't need to ask that questions because it's all built into the training.
Yeah. All you need to do is to connect with us, and we would simply have a conversation to see if it's something that could help you create more choices for your future as well. Because Mike and I, we started building our future. We started building or creating more choices for ourselves, because